What's up, everybody? Welcome to Body to Feel Gaming, where you body to feel gaming. I'm about to do a quick Predator tutorial, just run through some basic stuff with Predator. I'm gonna cover as much as I can about all three of his variations. I only really play Hunter, so that's probably gonna get the most coverage. The difference between Hunter and his other variations is his low trap. That's, if I recall correctly, that's his only difference in this variation. The low trap is good because, like I said, it's a low. So, I'm gonna start with that. The low trap detonates. It's on a timer. If they stand under it, it goes off after about, I don't know, about half a second. Counted. But you can also detonate it early by pressing the button again, and it'll cause an explosion, which you can combo off of. They have the same combo potential. It doesn't work the same way as a restand, but it's really good for unblockable setups because you can do his back 3-1, which is that right there, the low into the mid. You can do that, end it with the trap right under them. There's a pretty large gap in this string. It's not extremely safe. It's safe if you do the EX one, because the EX one explodes immediately. But a lot of people, for some reason, when I do this and I drop the trap under them, they'll kind of just continue to block low. I guess because they're afraid to try and attack before the trap goes off. If you make him block, however, the trap goes away. A lot of people don't know that, or they're just scared to press the button. So what I'll do is I'll drop the trap, and then I'll do his 3-2 string. His 3-2 string is mid to overhead. The first hit is in mid, the second hit's in overhead. It's timed perfectly for when the trap goes off, and it becomes an unblockable setup. And you can keep the combo going, or you can try and go into another setup like that. That's usually what I go for when I play online. I try to get as much grenades out as possible. This is really good. What is it called? The smart disc. The smart disc is really good. It works the same as the trap though. It's active for a while before it actually homes in. So if they touch it, they'll get hit by it, and they'll get like sort of stuck, and you can run up and combo them. But if you're put in a situation where you have to block, it will go away. His other special move, his invincibility. I don't use this a lot. It's not extremely practical. I can't specifically remember what the regular version does, but I know the EX version negates chip damage. So it's okay, I guess, to set up when you have a chance to do it. It's not something I'd go out of my way to get set up. Because if you're playing correctly, you're not going to be in a situation where you're just blocking all the time. So having something that completely negates chip damage isn't worth going through the extra trouble to set up as it would be to set up a smart disc or a ground trap. He's got other really good strings. His back two down two, yeah, back 2-2 down two. Wait, back 2, yeah, back 2-2 down 2. It's an overhead. This is a good string. It reaches really far and it's pretty fast. It reaches extremely far. A lot of people will actually start their matches with this move or down 4 because they both reach really far, and they're pretty fast. His down 4 is a decent poke. It pushes them kind of far, but you can get 2 in there just to check their feet, get them to block low, and then go for like overhead setup. He's got this command throw, this lunging command throw. I forget what it's called. I'm not gonna look because I don't want to. It has armor on it. The X version has armor on it, so it's like his best, not even best. It's his only real wake up option. But it gets predictable. It's easy to see. It's not something that you want to just consistently do on wake up. A lot of times the best option is to just block whatever the incoming makes up. It is his only armor move, I believe, in this variation. But you get very big damage if you land one of these. He can get about 40% off of a full combo. If I would have landed that, that would have been about 41%. And this is his standard bread and butter. It's not hard to do. Yeah, so that's 42%. And you can get it off a reversal or a wake up, like I said. As far as his as far as his combo strings go, this is his 2-1-2. It's a good combo starter. It scales a little bit because you have to continue it without running. You can continue it if you run, but to continue it without running, you have to do a neutral jump punch, which scales a lot. This is a good punish. It's good for punishes. It's a good string in general, just because while I don't know how safe it is a mid, so you don't have to worry about if they're ducking or if they're standing. I believe the first 2 hits might be safe on block. Yeah, the first 2 might be safe on block, but I know the 3rd hit is not safe. If you get caught doing that, you will get punished hard. Alright, so that's the basics of Hunter. And now let me check out the one that I can't pronounce, and I'm not gonna try to. Alright, so this initially I thought this was his better variation because I felt like he just had really good mix-ups. Because he can go like same string, same back 3 1 string. You can go that how do you do it? I haven't used this variation in so long, I can't remember. There it is. Yeah, into his down back 1, which is a low. So that's really good because it's ending his combo with a really quick low. So your opponent has to be very smart with how they block this, because you can go mid overhead low, you know, overhead mid low. Like it's just really a really good tool. He doesn't have his trap, obviously. He still has smartness. He still has his invisibility, and he still has the throw. It still works the same way. Yeah, same combos, which is a good thing about Predator. I feel like if you can play one variation, you can kind of play all 3. Warrior is a little bit different. I'm gonna go over Warrior in just a second. Oh, I didn't cover this in the first part, but his down 3 is pretty good. I'm not exactly sure about the frame data. I can check really quickly. I wasn't gonna go through, you know, too much frame data, but I'll check really quickly on his. Yeah, it has 7 frames of startup. That's pretty fast. I think that's like Quan Chi fast, maybe. It's pretty fast. It's good for checking people. You can do it, get them to block low, then they'll expect an overhead, and then you can, you know, do silly stuff. The EX version shoots 3. He can combo off of it. Get a hard knockdown, all types of foolishness. Alright, so let's go to the one that I never use. I never used Warrior ever. But again, his combos are pretty much the same across variations. You can get the same stuff off of neutral jump punch. So you can get the same stuff off of his command grab. The difference is this move right here, his self detonate. What this does is it essentially turns him into a bomb. And if you get a grab, or just a starting combo, anything that can start a combo or put you close to your opponent, it'll explode and that'll start your combo for you, essentially the same way this would, but without spending the meter. So a lot of times What I'll do is I'll get a regular combo. Oops, I'll get a regular combo, and then I'll end with that. That's not what I wanted, but that still did a lot of damage. He does very good damage, very good. Damage is not really something you gotta worry about. He gets good damage off the simple stuff. So I could have gotten more. I'm not used to using it, so I'm kind of just winging it. That's not the best way to set that up. There's definitely better ways to set that up. And I mean, if you want to just do it and then run in and try to get a combo, that's another way. It'll work. And notice I'm not spending any meter on that. I'm not spending any meter on this. So when I get to the end of the combo, you can do it again, and then you can spend the meter. Get set up. I really like characters like this where I can end my combos early and still have safe alternatives, you know, still have safe setups. This isn't as safe as like the traps, but it's still really good because when your opponent sees you do this and you're running towards them, they're gonna panic. They don't want to get caught up in that. And then that's when you start mixing them up. You go high, low, you know, force them to think on their feet. And again, these aren't like the best setups. Again, I don't use this variation a lot. His X-ray is short range. It's more of an anti-air if anything, but you'd be surprised at how much this whiffs. Like if someone jumps at you, I don't know why. It's got the same amount of armor as most X-rays. It absorbs about 1 hit, I believe. Oh no, my controller's dying. And that's pretty much it. I didn't go too in depth on his frame data and stuff like that. Probably go over that later on in a different video. This is just a quick tutorial just to give people just the, you know, the gist of the character. Like I said, he's got different strings. He's got strings that I didn't go over. He's got his 1-2-1 string. What is it? No, 1-2-2. Which you can run. You can get it after his 2-1-1, 2-1-2. Sorry, this 2-1-2. Oops, I suck. Whatever, I suck. But that's not like optimal damage. If you really want to optimize damage, you want to go for the 3-2, the one where the second hit is the overhead. That's gonna give you like the biggest damage. But I really like these setups. I feel like these setups I get the most mileage out of, because even if they decide to hit a button, if they don't hit that button right away, there's a very good chance that they're gonna get caught up in the net, and you can kind of just keep trying to force them into those unblockable situations. Like sometimes I'll play a full round and I just won't finish a single combo. I'll just keep trying to put them in those unblockable situations until, you know, the life bar just kind of melts away. So that's Predator, Hunter variation. Like I said, I didn't go over too many of his combo strings. He's not the safest character. That's one thing I'll say. He's a very risky, a high risk, high reward character. But if you're gonna play a Predator game where you just want all offense, like you just want to be able to rush in and just, you know, not have to defend yourself too much, then you're probably gonna want to play the one with the plasma caster. That's the one you're gonna want to play, because that's the one that, while still having really good zoning, it allows his rush down to be so unpredictable, way more unpredictable than any of his other variations. Because with his other variations, like, you kind of know what his goal is. With this one, you know he wants to get those traps out. Like with this one, your opponent, in all honesty, in order for this to work, your opponent has to be scared. Like, they have to be really afraid to hit a button. Like, I'll do that sometimes, and then I'll just block. And then while they're trying to, like, you know, attack me or whatever, they ended up getting caught by that. Again, it's not perfect. It does go away if you get hit. Just to make sure mix-ups a little harder to see. But yeah. I think my next video will be either on Kung Lao or Takeda. I'll probably do Kung Lao. I know a little bit more about Kung Lao than I do about Takeda, but people are asking for Takeda stuff, so I'll try my best. Alright, body to feel, peace, like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff.